Is this the moment? Is this the moment of truth for Bitcoin? Because we have been going down quite sharply, and now we've seen a reversal in these coming days or these past few days. And maybe because it is trading above 116k, maybe it wants to break this downtrend right here. Maybe it is coming for the top of this blue line to absolutely melt through it, or just maybe, it's going to go to the blue line and reject again. That is the base case until proven otherwise, because we do need to break through this before we make any other decisions. Now, when we look at the fear and greed index, that is in neutral, so we have had a sentiment reset. However, usually when we go to greed, we do come back to fear. And that sort of lines up with quarter three seasonality, because usually for Bitcoin in quarter three, it is usually a lot slower. So if you go over to September time, last year, it was very, very slow. And then into the winter months, we flew. Now, don't get me wrong, we have seen some upwards momentum this year in the summer months. However, usually August and September, at least one of them is pretty slow looking at historical data. Now, we know historical data sometimes doesn't follow suit. Like, we thought potentially altcoin season could be earlier this year, but that just wasn't the case. We probably haven't had a proper altcoin season as of right now. Let's be honest. Everybody's still in pain and we're in neutral. It is a pretty good sign. Now, the liquidations on the weekly look like they're building up at 111 and also 116-ish. So around about this area. If we move over to the monthly, maybe up then down, hopefully down. But on the weekly and the monthly, it looks like it's all above. There is a little bit below, but all of it does look above. Now, I hope we get more pain now, because I don't mind taking August and September as painful months if we're going to get explosive months later this year. I don't mind that whatsoever. Now, we're still in this downtrend. You can very clearly see that. We have been rejected today. And 111k looks nice. I know I've been saying that. We could definitely go lower, even to like 106. But I want to see us clear 111k. Just get it out of the way. Nobody wants to see it. But if it's like a band-aid and it's quick, it's very nice. But I don't think that'll happen like that. Now, Ethereum broke 3700 today. I actually went to 3800. So ETH is flying low-key. If Ether is doing very well, it is pumping, still within this range. Now, I don't know if it wants to break out potentially. It is a lower high in the RSI, so we want to see this fly upwards to send the price upwards. And Tom Lee is calling for 16k ETH.
That would value Ethereum today at around 16,000. Ethereum today at around
16k, Brev. I don't know what he's smoking, but maybe. And Google, we are entering the Google positions again, slowly but surely. P ratio 20, massive AI play, revenue grow massive, high profit. It generates like 300 billion in revenue, which is higher than like Tesla and things like that, and it still looks undervalued. ETH has loads of liquidations at 3,900. The Fed looks like it wants to cut rates. 94% chance, Brody. It might actually happen. We never know though. If they say no, the markets will crash. I kind of hope that happens. But even if it doesn't, I'm winning either way, dog. Casper is perfect money. Symbolizes a shape of a well-used common coin. The colour was inspired by the patina from Age of Metal coins. The reversed K is slightly bent to form an arrow showing movement. Shape and style emulates classic Aramaic character in modern form. Definition silver. Silver historically was used more for everyday transactions than gold was. Yeah, so Bitcoin might not get used because it's expensive. Digital silver, dog. I don't sell crypto until the top of quantitative easing. Anyone selling now is just not aware of the business cycle. And social interest is at the bottom for altcoins. The bottom of the bottom. Ending the bull market usually happens with social interest going parabolic, with an alt season, with blow-off tops, with the whole world entering and talking about crypto. And where is it? It's at zero. They don't care at the moment. And that is usually the time to enter, man. It's just a bet. It's not financial advice. It's just a bet. Look, August is red currently, and this guy thinks August is actually going to be green. But August could be green. September might be red. Who knows, bro? Currently, it doesn't look it. ETH is going to 10k. Time in the market is bigger than time in the market. However, I believe timing the market can be very good, because if you time that one trade, don't get me wrong, you need to do it consistently and consecutively to be an awesome trader. But one trade could change your life if you time it correctly. ETH just printed what looks like a textbook triple top. It could still be a triple top. I cannot lie. I can't lie. Bitcoin looks awesome though. ETH looks awesome. It doesn't look like it could, if you zoom in out, it could be a triple top. Because we do need some form of pullback. But usually when things like this fly, it flies. It doesn't give anyone a chance to get in. Now let's look at our portfolio, because I've been getting wrecked. I low-key didn't want to show you this. But I bought Novo Nordisk, yeah. And I bought it and it went down a bit more. But I'm just holding it now. Like I'm a proper business owner G. And it's actually started to move again. It's coming out of the oversold territory, which is nice to see. Flipping heck. I might get my suit and tie on. Pretend I am a business owner. Flipping heck.